Midwest Truck Series presented by American Ethanol and Madison International Speedway. Tim Lampman on point in the 21. Son of former ASA racer Dennis Lampman to his outside. Another guy with late model experience, Kevin Canese, Chester Race 93 inside row 2 alongside John Beal. Those guys, a pair of former Bandit drivers at Madison International Speedway. Joshua James, Andy Jones. In that next row, Mike Corvo, 26 to his outside, Blake Brown. Camden Murphy, your fast qualifier, Fred Oswald, Kurt Clevin, the 73 of John Wood, and Ryan Finley rounding out the field as we are trucking. Right on the inside, Tim Lampman to take off, gets away from Canese in a big way. Chester Race now into the second spot. Beal going to slide down to the bottom. He wants third as Canese backtracks a little bit here in the first half a lap. There you see Andy Jones on the outside, pushing him down the backstretch a little bit. Jones very close to a win here at Milwaukee last season. Jacob Van Wazer was victorious. We'll have a new truck winner here at Milwaukee as lap number 1 is led by the 21 of Tim Lampman. Lampman not getting away from Chester Race too much on the first lap. In fact, Ace starting to reel him in just a little bit. Looks like whatever was ailing Canese in that first half of lap seems to be better. He's back into the third spot, fought off Beal. Now it's Andy Jones up at a fourth and Blake Brown on the outside of the fifth spot. Winner in Madison a couple of weeks ago. And look out because here comes your fast qualifier as well. Camden Murphy trying to take sixth away. Back up front, battle for the lead. Ace looks to the inside. No, decides to tuck it back behind the 21 of Lampman. Chester Race right there, down to the bottom. Lampman about a half a lane off of that yellow line. Gives Chester Race a little bit to look at, think about. He can't do anything with it, though. Now Andy Jones weaving, trying to get around Kevin Canese. Outside, inside, down to the bottom this time, going into 3 and 4. Blake Brown sees the outside line open up. He'll try the outside on Andy Jones. Nothing going yet as Canese fought him off, and the yellow is out. Yellow is out as Kurt Clevin has backed into the outside retaining wall over in turn number 2. So Kurt Clevin into the outside retaining wall. You can see a little bit of a black mark. Not sure exactly how much damage was done to that 51 truck. All right, so again, it is Tim Lampman and it is Kevin Canese in the front row. The Midwest Truck Tour, 2 laps gone and 28 remain in their feature event as part of ARCA Fest. And we are back to green. Just like the initial start, it is the 21 truck getting away. Maybe not a bad play by Chester Race to hang on the inside line. Look at everybody sliding to the inside of Canese now. 1 and 2 and 3 more past Canese as your fast qualifier for Camden Murphy now slides into the top 5. Andy Jones in third. Blake Brown hanging back there in the fourth spot. Jones thought about a challenge on Ace, decided against it. Ace continuing to put the pressure on the 21 truck. Down to the inside, down the front stretch. We'll see if Ace can get the run. Ace gets a little push. I don't know how much draft these trucks can pick up here at the Milwaukee Mile, but it looked like he got enough as Chester Ace now goes to the lead. Andy Jones wants the second spot. Blake Brown is there. He might slide down to the inside as well with Camden Murphy right there. Into 3 and 4. It is Lampman stuck on the outside line. One more spot for Jones and maybe for Blake Brown as well. Chester Ace, new leader, lap 4. Lampman not going away easily on the outside just yet. Blake Brown slides into the third spot in 1 and 2, and here comes Camden Murphy down to the inside. Door to door down the backstretch. A little bit of a run on the outside this time for the 21 of Lampman. Trying to hold off your fast qualifier, Camden Murphy. Meanwhile, the 33 truck is kind of hung back there in the 6th spot as well. He may be ready to challenge once again in the top 5. Chester Ace continuing to show the way. Now a handful of laps gone. Look at Blake Brown closing right up on the backside of Andy Jones. Got him a little sideways. And here comes Blake Brown looking to the inside for the runner-up spot this time. Down the backstretch going into 3 and 4. Brown door to door with Andy Jones. This might not last long. In fact, it doesn't. Brown up to the second spot. Jones falls back to third. We'll see if Brown can catch up to your leader. Camden Murphy still having a heck of a time trying to dispose of the 21 truck of Tim Lampman. He wants to go up there and play with the top 3, but he can't shake the 21. Might have just done it that time. I think I just spoke too soon, Tommy, because there goes Camden Murphy sliding up into the 4th spot. He's got a little ways to go to catch up to that top 3. Chester Ace, healthy advantage right now over Blake Brown. We'll see how long that lasts, as Brown's got a little bit of help in that drafting partner of Andy Jones. Folks might not believe it, but there is indeed a bit of a draft for some of these short track drivers that they seem to find here at the Milwaukee Mile. Don't find it anywhere else but here. And that kind of leaves Camden Murphy hanging out to dry right now as he tries to reel in the top 3. You can see Andy Jones putting the pressure on Blake Brown, but those two are catching your leader. Straight away into turn number 1. Chester Ace lead shrinking just a bit. It's down to about a truck length now, with Blake Brown trying to find a little momentum on the high side, looking for that forward bite out of the turn. Doesn't quite get the run on Chester Ace. Jones right there on the back bumper, watching the tailgate of the 71. They race through 3 and 4. Again, Brown able to close in on Chester Ace, but not quite within striking distance just yet. Into turn number 1 now. They're right on the tailgate of Chester Ace. Brown going to keep that high side hustle through 1 and 2. Chester Ace sees it there, thought about sliding up. He'll declare the inside line down the backstretch. Here comes Blake Brown with a chance to swipe the lead. On the outside, he's got Andy Jones with. They're even through 3 and 4. Ace fights back down the inside. Not quite enough that time for Blake Brown. What will Chester Ace do to try to hold him off? He's still got that 71 truck to his right side at the line, just by a hair. Blake Brown ahead for the lead. Let's see if Brown can get it this time. They're even. Now he's leaving. There goes Blake Brown into the lead. Andy Jones wants the 2nd spot as well. On the outside of Chester Ace, he'll take that away. All the while, Camden Murphy is starting to close in on that top 3, little by little, your fast qualifier, trying to catch up and challenge for the win. Blake Brown is showing away. Andy Jones is showing him that he's still right there. Jones with a little peek to the inside that time through 1 and 2. Brown will leave that line open. Again, you can see Brown a little bit of an unorthodox line out of that 2nd turn. Kind of jumps up about a half a lane, seeing if he can find a little bit of extra grip. In the dirt cars, they would call it pushing the cushion. Not so much here. No cushion out there, just marbles. Now here comes the 2 of Andy Jones to the inside, looking for the lead on Blake Brown. Camden Murphy's got it like this. The more those guys race up front, the better the chance he has to catch up to them. Jones is side by side with Blake Brown down the backstretch. Brown going to pull it even again with Andy Jones this time as they race toward turn 3 and 4. Chester Ace has got the best seat in the house for this battle. Watching Jones pull ahead, watching Brown pull back ahead. Nose to nose this time on a 4. Blake Brown back to the lead. Jones files back in a 2nd, and here comes Ace with a challenge. Chester Ace taking a peek to the inside line on Andy Jones. Might have found a little something back in that 93. Murphy has got it down to about 7 truck lengths on Chester Ace. Now in that 3rd spot, closing the gap just a little bit more. Wants to get up and contest the top 3. Through 3 and 4, Jones gets a really nice run. Blake Brown slides up the track just a little bit. Is this what Andy Jones needed to take that lead away? No, once again, just biding his time back in the 2nd spot. Again, Blake Brown playing a little show and tell. I'll show you the inside line, but I'm going to tell you, you can't take my lead away just yet, as Andy Jones continues to run right in the tire tracks of the 71. Chester Ace falling back a little bit from that battle for the lead. Camden Murphy not really losing ground, but not quite making it up yet either. Again, Jones takes a look to the inside. 15 gone, 15 remain. We are halfway through this time. Andy Jones jumping up, swooping down. Does he get the run this time? Right fronts to the door now. Here comes the two truck. Andy Jones side by side with Blake Brown. He got there once already. This time, let's see if he can execute the pass. Blake Brown falling back just a little bit on the outside. We'll see if he gets a run on the 40. Yes, he does. Pulls it even with Andy Jones. Again, they're nose to nose. Down the straightaway, it is Brown ahead of Andy Jones. Into 1 and 2, though. Jones fighting back. So a little four-wheel slide. That time it might have cost Andy Jones. Because here comes Blake Brown on the outside. Indeed, enough on that outside line to take the lead back from Andy Jones. Chester Ace in third. Camden Murphy still closing back there in the fourth spot. Look at Ace diving down. He wants to try to take the second spot away. Can't do it, though, because Jones is challenging for the lead once again down the front stretch. This time it was Andy Jones ahead of Blake Brown. Chester Ace right there in the tire tracks of Andy Jones. Camden Murphy might have some decisions to make here shortly. Where will he go? Look at him closing here on Chester Ace down the backstretch. Wants to get to the inside. Ace is already there. Slams the door on Camden Murphy. He might have to take it top side. Falls back to fourth, hits the reset button. Nothing decided amongst your top two now. Here is once again Camden Murphy to the inside. This time he finds it on Chester Ace. Side by side with the lead and side by side for third as well. Murphy going to swipe that spot from Ace. He'll take it back to the fourth spot as Andy Jones and Blake Brown continue to joust for the lead. Now Murphy taking a look. He's seen that Blake Brown has been able to get away on the outside line, tried it, and now decides to slide back to the inside of the tire tracks of Andy Jones. Jones nosing ahead now. Let's see if he can seal off the lead. He wants to jump to that top side, but Blake Brown stays there. We're 3 wide for the lead now. Here comes Murphy to the inside. Side by side with Jones. He'll emerge side by side with Brown. Now it's Murphy side by side with Blake Brown as Andy Jones falls back to third. A heroic effort there by Camden Murphy. Gets him at least to the second spot for now, but Blake Brown slides away into the lead. Andy Jones and the 93 of Chester Ace can resume battle. Now for third, Jones going to fall back on the outside. Ace back to the third spot as Camden Murphy now in the runner-up position trying to find a way around Blake Brown. About a truck length ahead now for Blake Brown. By the way, we have a pretty good battle going on for the fifth spot. Might be happening about straight away behind that battle for the lead. But Kevin Canese is trying to hold off Tim Lentman. They exit turn 2. Jerry Wood is there. Fred Oswald is there. Mike Corvo is there. Big time traffic jam as they enter turn 3 in that battle for the fifth spot. Here's Jerry Wood sliding in as Canese is taking fifth away. Oswald trying to take that spot as well. Back up front. In 1 and 2, it is Blake Brown still showing the way over Camden Murphy. Chester Ace feeling a little company coming. Here comes Andy Jones again. He might be able to take a peek down to the inside line. Camden Murphy says, don't watch that battle, watch what I'm about to do. Continues to put the pressure on Blake Brown. You can see Brown again sliding up just a little bit out of the turn. That might be Murphy's best shot, is either on exit of 4 or 2. Murphy still within a truck length. We'll see what he has schemed up here back in the second spot. Not quite yet. Intent to ride right now in the runner-up position. Camden Murphy. Not letting Blake Brown get away. You can see Brown really good on entrance of the turns. This is where Camden Murphy starts to get him back a little bit, though, on the exit of turn 4. Chevy out front. Ford right on his tailgate. Then a Chevy and a Ford back there in that battle for the third spot as well. It'll be the Ford of Andy Jones now, sliding into the third spot. You can see the top two have stepped away. We'll see if Jones can catch back up to him after losing that spot to Chester Ace a couple of laps ago. Meanwhile, we'll turn our attention back to the 5th spot. It has been taken out by Jerry Wood. Corvo slides to 6th in the 26 truck. And Fred Oswald will hang out in the 7th spot for now with a 3. Time running out for Blake Brown and Camden Murphy. Brown probably thinks the laps aren't clicking off fast enough. Murphy probably thinks they're going too fast as the yellow has come out. Yellow flag is out.
We know it's not the stunt riders.
No, it's not the stunt riders.
All right.
We might have had one spin down into the grass, and it might have been Ryan Finley down over there in turn number 2. See him pulling away. Milwaukee Mile safety vehicle getting ready to pull out here. As the field will bunch back up.
For some reason, in the last, I don't know, whatever it would be, 5, maybe 10 years, we've had this focus. People always are saying, what's the car count? What's the car count? What's the car count? You know what? That isn't the best way to focus on a race.
How about the car count up front? 23 gone, 7 remain here for the American Ethanol trucks. And we'll see exactly how this one plays out now as Brown and Murphy lead the field back. We are green again. That gives Murphy a little jump on the inside. We'll see if he can pull off the slide job going up that half a lane, right where Blake Brown liked to be. And he cut off Blake Brown's momentum for a moment, but not quite enough. Now here comes Brown, sliding to the outside, and oh, by the way, look, there's Jerry Wood contending for the 4th spot with just a race. This one far from over. Now 5 trucks up in the conversation. Brown happy on the outside again, takes the lead back, but Murphy fights back on the inside. At the line, it was indeed Blake Brown by 8/1000ths of a second over Camden Murphy. Murphy fighting back down low, nosing ahead. Brown still stout on the outside. And oh, by the way, Andy Jones is still in the conversation back there in 3rd, just in case something breaks in that top 2, and Jones can slide back in to the stripe this time. 25 down, 5 remain. Here comes Camden Murphy to the lead and to the top side. Camden Murphy sealing off Brown's line. He gets a little sideways out there. Maybe the 85 car, or truck, excuse me, quarter in the jar. Not so happy up on the top. Blake Brown will try to hit the reset button back there in the 2nd spot and see what he can do about chasing down Camden Murphy now. Your fast qualifier out front, 4 miles away from his first win here at the Milwaukee Mile. You see Murphy doing exactly what he watched Blake Brown do for so many laps. Jump up high, swing down low, dime in the turn a little bit there, grab a little momentum. He gets away just a touch more from Blake Brown now, who may at some point here have to deal with a 2 of Andy Jones. Chester Race 4th, 5th spot Jerry Wood. The high schooler Mike Corvo starting to catch up to him. He wouldn't mind a top 5 in his 2nd appearance here in Milwaukee. Looking to the outside of Jerry Wood. That's kind of an interesting little grouping in that battle for the 5th spot. You've got the senior in high school and the near senior citizen in the 73 truck. Battling for 5th. Here's Corvo on the outside. Nice little power move there on the high side of Jerry Wood, trying to take the 5th spot away, and it looks like Corvo's got it. So put Mike Corvo the 3rd up to 5th. Kevin Canese entering that battle as well. Meanwhile, Camden Murphy running away from Blake Brown. I gave him the nickname a little earlier today, Camden Murphy, the Borat Bullet. He looks like Borat, he sounds like Borat, and he's a bullet right now. Camden Murphy will come to the stripe this time. And the Itasca, Illinois native will see the white flag. Murphy 1 lap away from victory here at the mile. Corvo's not done challenging just yet. He might get one more shot here on Ace before it's up for that 4th spot. We'll keep our eye on that as Murphy sets sail down the backstretch, stretching it out over Blake Brown. A couple of bold moves by Murphy. First, that 3-wide pass to get into second, then off the restart to get into the lead. And you are not going to be able to get this kid to stop smiling for weeks now, as Camden Murphy takes the win in the American Ethanol Midwest Truck Tour. Second to Blake Brown. 3rd spot goes to Andy Jones. Chester Ace will hold on to 4th over Mike Corvo the 3rd.
Very nice.
Very nice. High five. He gave me that one on the way out, too.
And we did. Yeah, there we go.
I'm sure high fives all the way around for Camden Murphy, the Borat Bullet, finding his way to victory lane here at the Milwaukee Mile. You know, he was one of those drivers that was close last year. Jacob Van Wazer picking up his first truck win. I think Murphy has been victorious in truck races before. We might have to check into that, but if indeed a second-time, first-time winner here at the Milwaukee Mile, another young driver. And what a place, what a better place to do it. You talked about the old guy, Gary Minidiero, a little earlier on. Now how about the youngsters jumping into A.J. Foyt victory lane for the first time?
Exactly. It's a race you will remember. It's a moment you will remember the rest of your life. So we get to share that with him. Young man, that's kind of special. I always like that when you get to call someone's first race or a monumental race, being a part of that with them, and you've got that right there.